You know, there's been reflections of fucking Tomb Raider and Uncharted up, down, and sideways throughout the entire game, and that was a cutscene straight out of them. Where the fuck did it drop me? Okay. Alrighty then. That's not even med. Why is that not med? What is wrong with you? That's med. Thank you. Oh. Fucking badger. Do I seem tense? Does that mean...
Gonna need this.
Does that mean all demonic shit is finally fucking gone? Does that mean if I run into another fucking shit bear of whatever flavor, I'm not gonna suffer excessively? Where the hell would you even find more frost claws? Fire claws. Well, whatever. Actually, I kind of want to double check my fucking supplies real quick.
We can talk or we can hunt.
And actually fucking save.
Survive and prevail.
After dying once for no fucking reason. And then almost dying several more fucking times for bullshit. Blaze, I'm good. Sparker, wire, chill water. Okay. We are actually just fucking dandy. And we out of here. And the only other side quest is Ikri's challenge, which is horseshit. I may or may not be bothered with that on my own.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
Ikri is someone you had to save. And she turns up next to the hunting lodge. Which, the hunting challenges were fucking insane. And then she has a bullshit fucking challenge where you're not timed, you have limited ammo, and you have to kill everything with limited ammo. It's just a long walk for no reason. Damn.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
And I think that is technically the end of the DLC. Kill the fucking Fireclaw. Oh, well, not quite, but damn near. Is there another scannable? No. I guess it's just talking to Cyan. Oh boy.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus.
Cool.
I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus.
And shield weaver armor.
We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Oh boy. Maybe we're not finishing the game today. Shit.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Fuck no. Well, I'll tell you. All the fucking bullshit. The story is still fucking excellent. I mean, it wasn't like in real time necessarily. It was cutscene, but you know, most games you don't have fucking character interaction. Especially you play a lot of RPGs, you don't see that shit.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
Well, that figures.
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly.
Oh, after we deal with Hades, Hephaestus is gonna be back in the sequel.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error.
Oh, she opened the
I was flooded
spam
with
mail.
an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network, and override my core programming. It succeeded, via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated.
The fuck
It
does that
forced
mean?
me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
The fuck does that mean? How do you hurt an AI?
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
What the fuck is a Gaussian integer problem?
This firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's
Yeah, for how much
been a long
longer?
time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes,
Okie dokie.
if only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Well, they've been dead for 900 years.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Well, yeah.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Oh, here we go. Guess I gotta wait for that.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations.
Her storytelling animation is the
She
same
sent
every
a
fucking
team to
time.
build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. What are
Fucking
we supposed
yikes.
to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Okay.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that
Pokemon.
Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible.
Oh
She
boy.
must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Oh, for fuck's
I
sake.
found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers and look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus?
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Dare I ask? Oh, fuck. What was what like?
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Oh, boy. Oh, here we go.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
What a fucking power-tripping nut job.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits.
Well, yeah.
As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they
Sure.
wound up regretting that one. And
Touchy analog stick.
Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the...
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had
Okay,
little
fair.
exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still
Oh,
have
it's
more
not gonna tell you
exposure than
my-
me, Cyan.
Tell you
That is
shit.
true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
Meaning what?
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes, billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population,
Holy shit.
until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes, these crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
So what I'm getting from this is they couldn't figure out a way to easily incorporate all of the back info, to connect all of the tiny little snippets of lore that they established in the data logs. So they had to wait until the DLC to just, here's all the fucking info you missed. Or, all the fucking questions that we couldn't figure out a way to adequately answer.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Well, there's a fucking choice.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Aurea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
First, we need peace.
Cyan,
Oh, here we go.
I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent, so intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities, and it means you're strong enough to overcome it.
Yeah, okay.
Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep, wake up, and protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Bullshit. Because the more human they make them, we don't even know how humans actually react to extreme solitude. Like, apparently, science, at least, you know, outside of mad science, fucking war crime level bullshit, it's never been conducted. It's never been studied. Because they're afraid of... Oh, fuck you. Because they're afraid of what it would actually do to whoever. So, you saying, oh, you know, it's proof that you're strong, that you can handle it. Motherfucker, you don't fucking know that. If it's human enough to experience loneliness, it's human enough to go fucking insane from it. Just saying.
Chill almost feels like a sunburn.
Lady, you just got outside. And here we go.
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow.
I mean, they
Besides,
could.
It already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Hehe. Now, tell me that's...
Your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We
Hey,
haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We.
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
he fucking he. Very nice. Oh, son of a bitch. And that's why you have to kill 6 of the fuckers, because you killed 1 in the boss fight, now you gotta kill 5 more. Fuck. Well, it's just an errand, so I don't think it actually means anything. Of course, 1's over there. Oh, goody. Shit. Well, I guess maybe we'll see about 1. And I'm just gonna Go over here. And hopefully this isn't as fucking violently cancerous. What am I doing? Checking ammo is what I'm doing. Decent enough. But how is my blaze? Decent enough. Fuck, here we go.
Save these for the trail.
Still need a whole lot of fucking medicine. Yeah, shut up. Problem is, there doesn't seem to be anything over here that can actually help me with this fucking fight. Maybe there's some Scorchers hiding around. Oh, hello. How far away? He probably wouldn't travel that far, but I can try. No. No. Shh. Good, now. Come with me. He stomped out a squirrel. Great. Fuck. Oh, that sounds like the fucking bear.
Just like in the cauldron.
And there's nowhere to fucking hide, is there? Oh, fuck you. Are you shitting me? They're fucking demonic. Why? I haven't suffered enough.
One of the fire claws from Thunder's drum.
Come here, fuckhead. I need your fucking help. Right in the fucking face. I don't care. Let's go. Come on. Shit. Go to town there, buddy. Fuck me. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Fuck you, you cancerous shit monkey. Fuck you, scum! Fuck. You lying piece of shit. What the fuck? Where the fuck is a tripcaster? Seriously? It's the best I fucking got? Shit, that didn't fucking nothing. Fuck my fucking life. Shit. Here we fucking go. Tuh. I finally read that. I have no idea when the hell you sent it. Oh, 4 fucking minutes ago. Great. That's how fucking distracted by this disgusting shit I am. Fuck my fucking life. You. Fuck. Not that. That. Holy fucking shit. Great. Fuck you. Fucking shit stain. What the fuck? Fuck you! Disgusting! Fuck that shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
Fuck that shit.
Snow chill itches. Hi, Rost. I'll just take this off. Don't want him listening in.
Well, fuck.
Hi, Rost.
Or maybe not.
So,
Oh, here we
I
go.
went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that for Elizabeth and Gaia and for you. I've got what I need to destroy Hades, the Master Override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for the Spire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I'll try to come back if I can, but... I guess this might be it. Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
So how much did I fucking miss then? Do you have to come back regularly to get everything? That's what it fucking sounds like.
I should be going. I'll try to come back soon.
Shit. It definitely has some kind of acts system. Eat a dick. Not fucking happening. Not anytime soon. Ay vey. But I just don't understand. It has the go on, air quotes. You would think that that would mean that she would just continue on from where she left off through the plot, on and on and on from, you know, the first one. But no, it cut off a whole shitload. Unless that was actually it, unless there was only 8-ish things she had to say to him throughout the game. I mean, I could try after Looming Shadow, but the fuck?
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
You're already done there, buddy. Yeah, come on. So, I don't know how far we're gonna get toward the end. But we shall see. Oh. Pointing fucking 4 miles out that way. Vlad's on his throne, of course he is. In this palace with no fucking interior. Well, he has the thing.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
War.
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before.
Ancient history at this point.
After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Tee.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Okay.
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
And he's out front.
Quietly does it.
Eudes?
Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
Okie dokie.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
I had a whole fucking were-acre, lady.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Oh, fucking righty then. Fucking... I never... Really? This thing was the spire the whole time? I was gonna say, I never actually saw the spire. I mean, obviously you see it, but... Like, I never stood at the foot of it or anything. I did go up here, though. I guess this is the final fight. Maybe. Ish. Possibly. Possible? Pig? Down here. Oh, that was a weird load. Aha. Oh, fuck, here we go. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of a new central armature of the master override, You're Welcome Ted, which was completed by 0430. Yikes. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. Do we know Oswald? We must. The Odyssey launched yesterday. Oh boy. So terrestrial life's chances of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no failsafes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto? I don't remember that one either. Replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The building of the ship by Longfellow, and it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out to me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes and future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Sure, accurate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. I guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Okay, so Demeter is making the fucking flowers, which does make sense. I did postulate that, but I wasn't sure if Demeter was one of the subroutines. Need more med from flaming shit bears.
Have you just polished that armor, Uther?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Arrested 2 for disorderly conduct last night.
Fucking teehee.
Don't want to know.